save me some.
Hello, my friends. How you doing today? I am doing well. What you done in your head? But no. Oh, Mr. Crawley. Yeah, okay. Sorry about that. Sorry. I don't know. I had a moment. I got a box in the mail today. And it came from Uni Nanumis, which is usually the Hut Company, which is Arrow Video. It could be Arrow. It's Arrow. Which is Arrow Video. Yes. I ordered this thing, forgot about it. They tried to take the money out of my account. Didn't have the money in my account. They sent me a message saying, "Listen, if you don't update your money, we're not sending this damn thing." I updated it. I got it. Happy to get it, I think. Yeah. So I got one package that I want to open today. First of all, I want to tell you how much I appreciate you. I hope everybody is doing well. Please, if you are a viewer of this channel or a new viewer of this channel, please hit the subscribe button, okay? And feel free to comment. I totally answer every single person's comment. My regular viewers know this. You are important to me. Without you, I'm talking to myself. That's the bottom line right now. Without somebody viewing this, I am talking to myself. I post 7 days a week, and on Friday and Saturday at 6 o'clock at night, 6 p.m. on Friday night and on Saturday night are my videos. Every Friday and Saturday are the full half an hour, 20-minute, half or hour long, whatever I'm feeling, whatever I try to do, whatever. Full-length videos on Friday and Saturday, 6 o'clock at night. And I will tell you that if I do put a thing where it's going to be like a not a countdown clock, a premiere. If I do a premiere, I'm there. I'm live watching it with you, okay? And I want to have a chat going back and forth with you about what you're seeing or what you're viewing, because it might be something I'm very passionate about, and I want my regular viewers to know that. So just remember that you subscribe to this channel. It helps me out, helps my family out. You watch the commercials, you watch the videos, and you watch it right till the end. Don't skip through or whatever, because if not, I get notified there was a skip through rate, and oh, you're not getting paid because people are just like scanning through your videos. I also give all of my digital codes out on this channel. So if I get a digital code, if whatever I buy, I give them away. I do not do digital codes. I do not stream things. Okay, that's not my thing. I am a physical media guy. I want to collect these things and put them away, and I also for the couple of viewers that are concerned about my financial needs. Yes, I am financially struggling with some things, and I'm trying to buy my super wants over like just regular stuff. This was something that I found to be very curious. It was curious, and we're gonna open it right now. Here we go. So I'll make this one a short one for you. But yes, very important that you subscribe. Share this stuff on your social media. It helps me out. I get a notification saying, "Oh, so many people shared your video this week," and that makes me feel good that you cared enough to share. All right, sharing is caring. Caring is sharing. Sharing is caring. That's what I used to tell a preschooler. We got one thing in this box. It's a little heavy, and it is from Arrow Video. I was correct. And it is the new release of not new release, old movie of the movie Spawn. Gotta tell you, Arrow Video has not been releasing a lot of stuff lately. And when they do, some stuff might be stuff that you guys are interested in, but some of the stuff's not stuff that I'm interested in. There's a guy that I watch that tells you when things come out. And he's always very excited and interested that there's a 4K coming out of something. You know what I mean? Finally, it's coming out on 4K. This, I will tell you, is not the 4K. this is the Blu-ray. I could have bought the 4K, but I don't care about the 4K because I'm a Blu-ray guy. I have a 1080p TV with a 4K, a Blu-ray player with 4K upscaling. The picture quality is superb. I don't need anything better. I'm not one of these people that is looking for perfection. I'm looking for nostalgia. So I want it to have the same feeling that I felt when I watched it the first time on TV or in the movie theater or whatever. So it's not going to be pristine, but pretty damn close. Okay, and if you have to have that 4K, they have the 4K. But the problem I have with that is that I'm not buying this. Like, these things are kind of pricey. So if you bought the 4K, it was probably like $50. You buy the Blu-ray, you're paying like maybe $35 or $32, something like that. I'd rather pay the $32 or $35 because I'm getting the same thing that I'm getting on the 4K, except I'm getting it in a Blu-ray form, and it can be played in every room in my house that has a TV and a player. My kids can play it upstairs. I can play it in the movie theater. I can play it in my room. I can play it in the living room. It's got more capabilities around this house. It makes more sense. And it has the same stuff as the 4K without the 4K. Okay, it's about sometimes it even has even more than the 4K because for some reason they can't put all the information on a 4K. That's a thing. Usually you just get the movie on the 4K. So let me tell you why I bought this and why this was a must for my collection. Now, I have the old school Snapper Case Spawn movie, which I got to tell you, I thought was actually pretty good. For back in the day, for what it was, is it John Leguizamo who played the clown in Spawn? If you're a fan of Spawn, just the Spawn character alone back in the day, he was like if I had to sum up the old Spawn character, he was your old school Deadpool, okay? To me, this was my thing. Deadpool is like my favorite. He's my favorite superhero right now. He's my hands down favorite superhero movie. Anything Deadpool, toys, movies, those I own on 4K and Blu-ray. And I don't play the 4Ks, but I need them because they're Deadpool. And I just love Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. Now, I don't know whether or not down the road they're going to do a Hellboy and they're going to switch it up and they're going to get rid of Ryan Reynolds. If they do, I might bail. I love, like I said, because for me, there's just certain actors that are the characters. Like Ryan Reynolds will forever be Deadpool. And prior to Deadpool's, the movie coming out, Spawn was one of my favorites. I thought the Spawn character was amazing. I thought I had the comic books, I had the toys, I still have some of the toys. I just loved Spawn. I thought it was a great character. I thought his death and how he became Spawn, great storyline. He was almost like Deadpool. It had a Deadpool feel without the whole compression chamber thing there and him getting all like burnt up in that chain. He got burnt up in a different way. But the deal is that on this special limited edition set, we have disc 1 is the director's cut and disc 2 is the theatrical cut. That was my selling point. Now on top of that, if I show you the back, I'm not going to read all this stuff in the back there, but look at all of that stuff. Look at all of that. You get a ton of special features. I love me some special features. I am a special feature guy. I watch them all. I am big on education of movies and how they make these things and interviews with the characters and interviews with the directors and stuff like that. And especially the makeup stuff. I mean, if you get any of those movies with Tom Savini or whatever, and he does like how I did the makeup of Friday the 13th or how I did the makeup of whatever. I love watching, and what's his face? Sean Clark. Howard's Hollow Grounds, if he does like the filming locations, I love that. I eat that stuff right up. If it has filming locations or it has makeup applications or if it has stuff like that, or if it has interviews with the cast now, as opposed to what they look like then, and you're kind of looking at them like, wow, what the heck happened? Like if they were like kids and then all of a sudden they're adults and you're like, whoa, what happened to that one? Or if it was like a halfway decent looking girl and she was like the big star of the movie and then you look at her now, she's like 60, 70 years old and you're like, whoa, what happened there? I eat that stuff right up. And in this case, this was one of those things. When I saw a director's cut and a theatrical cut, I'm like, I need it. I want to get it. I want to see the director's cut. And then I want to see the theatrical cut because it's very important to me for nostalgic purposes to have the theatrical cut because I want to see what I saw in the movie theater. So if I put this thing in today, I'm probably going to watch the theatrical cut just to refresh my memory on what I saw when I was a kid. And then I will put in the director's cut probably tonight or the next day or whatever. And I will see what they added to make it the director's cut or the unrated cut or whatever they might call it, whatever the special cut it's called. But I love that they do that. I love that they do it. And it doesn't matter that this is not a 4K. Like I don't know why people are so listen, I'm going to have you comment below. And I don't like to ask this question because I know that you guys, there's so many 4K lovers out there. And I have a couple of Blu-ray haters. And I also have some DVD collectors that are like, what's wrong with me? I still collect DVDs. What's wrong? Why are you judging me? I ain't judging you. Listen. To me, physical media is physical media. If you're buying something for your collection that's going to remind you of better days, remind you of your childhood, or remind you of a good time in your life, I back that up 2,000%. I don't care if you're buying VHS tapes, beta tapes. I don't care what you're buying, as long as you get that feel back. Because we have days. Everybody has days where you're feeling like down. Like you're feeling like me. I don't know about you. As I'm getting older, I'm getting these days where I'm like I'm getting older. And then you go and throw in a movie that you saw when you were a teenager or when you were like 7 years old, 8 years old. Like I have no problem with putting on Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory at my age, or Pippi Longstocking, or stuff like that, or anything, any old live action Disney stuff, Apple Dumpling Gang, Parent Trap. Not any of this new Disney crap. I'm totally anti Disney. I don't buy any new Disney stuff anymore. It's just garbage to me. It's just straight up garbage. But the old stuff, the stuff I grew up with 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and Cat from Outer Space. If you guys remember any of these that I'm talking about, they were classics. And I know why I remember them so well and why they bring back such great memories is because these were the movies that, if you remember this, if you're around my age, you're around in your late 40s or 40-ish or whatever. My school back in the day, we would actually have, my lips get all dried out there. My school back in the day, we would have everybody come to the auditorium. Okay, and it was kind of funny if you think about it now, because now you got to think about the way the schools are now. If you go to the auditorium, they got these big projectors with these big screens that come down, and the whole place can see the movie, and it's like going to a movie theater. Well, when I was a kid, they had the TV that was strapped on, the regular TV with the big back strapped onto the dolly or whatever. They rolled the thing out or whatever on the TV stand, and it was like an auditorium with, let's say, 400 or 500 kids watching a TV literally about this big. And happy. I mean, we're watching a VHS tape on a TV about this big, and happy to get out of class, happy to be with our friends, laughing and joking around. And I'll tell you right now, Willy Wonka and those Cat from Outer Spaces and Parent Traps and Freaky Friday, original Freaky Friday, and stuff like that. That's what they used to play. Herbie Goes Bananas, Herbie the Love Bug. What's the other? I'm trying to look at that because I got them like right in front of me, but they're kind of some of them aren't really popping out into my face, and my eyes are getting a little bad. But I love that old OG Disney stuff, like that live action stuff, because it brings me back to a happy point in my life when I wasn't at home. I was at school. I was with my friends. We would gather together in the auditorium, and we would wait for that teacher to try to figure out how to use that VCR, and you finally find that play button, and then all of a sudden you get that static, and then here's your warning thing, and then here comes the movie. And it's important. I'll tell you right now, sometimes we have bad days. Sometimes we have days where we're like really hard on ourselves and we're really struggling with things. And we're looking for some kind of light or brightness or whatever. We just can't find it. We can't find it. But nowhere I can find it, I find it in my movies. I literally find it in my movies and music. I will put on a song that reminds me of a better day. I put on a movie that reminds me of a better day. And it takes me back to that day. And it's almost like going into a time machine of happiness. And the way the world is nowadays, we don't get a lot of happiness. There's a lot of people mad at people and fighting. Just turn on the news. It's a big old mess out there. So sometimes we need to just step away from what reality is and go back to when we were kids. And the best way to do that is with physical media. The best way to do that is with whatever physical media you got. So I encourage, if you can't afford the Blu-ray, buy the DVD. If you can't afford the 4K, buy the Blu-ray. If you're collecting DVDs, keep collecting your DVDs because the prices have dropped. You know what I mean? And I'll tell you that there's some movies that aren't available on Blu-ray and not available on 4K, and I still put them on, and I'm happy to have them. I'm going to throw a couple of names. Ruthless People, Can't Buy Me Love, Wise Guys. There's a couple of them that I'm looking at over here. The Ringer still hasn't gotten a Blu-ray release. There's just certain movies that, I watched as a kid. And Down and Out in Beverly Hills. You guys remember that one? Down and Out in Beverly Hills with Nick Nolte and what's his name? Nick Nolte and the guy from Jaws, Richard Dreyfuss, and Bette Midler. Great movie. No Blu-ray, no 4K release. But if I want to see it, I'll put in the DVD. I got no problem with that. And it's not perfect. But you know what? Nothing's perfect. Nothing's perfect. You will buy 4Ks and you will have a problem with your 4Ks. You will have a problem with the darkness. You'll have a problem with the brightness. You'll have a problem being too purple, too green, too whatever. Anybody can find a problem with anything. It's the whole thing of just owning something special to bring you back to a moment in your life that you can erase whatever's going on. Like I'll tell you right now, if I'm arguing with my kids or I'm arguing with somebody or something's going on, I'm not feeling right, I come into my room and I put in the old movie that I used to watch when I was a kid, and it literally, I could picture like the people that passed still being alive. I could picture my room being the way it was when I was a kid. I could picture like the quietness and peace of mind that I had at these certain moments of my time. Usually when I watch movies, my parents were out, and I was home by myself, and it was just me and the TV and peace. It was peace, and it's important. It's important that we have that. And like I said, any kind of physical media is good physical media. These guys that are pushing the 4Ks, I'm just gonna say one thing before I let you guys go. The prices of these things are starting to go crazy. It's a supply and demand situation, due to the taxes and tariffs and all this other stuff that's going on or whatever. These things are made in like Mexico, and I'm assuming that I don't know why none of these other content creators that are into physical media have brought this up yet, but have you not realized the prices of 4Ks are ridiculous? Like really, really high. Like I was watching one of these guys the other day. He's like, oh, they're coming out with this box set. I think it was like a Ninja something box set, whatever. Which I have them all on Blu-ray, but I guess Kino's putting out was going to be putting out a Ninja box set, or already put out a Ninja box set, whatever it is. And I'm like, yeah, I have all of these. I have them all on Blu-ray. Do I need the 4K? And he's like, it's only $100. $100 for 3 movies? 100 plus dollars with shipping for 3 movies? I don't know, man. And he's like, okay, this 4K is coming out, and this one's going to be $50. And this 4K is going to come out, it's going to be $60. And I'm like, $50, $60 for one movie? If I always run this through my head, I'm like, if I was to take my wife to the movie theater, if it's not around that price, I'm not going to buy it. That's where I've been lately. It's like, because for me and my wife to go see a movie, buy popcorn and a drink, whatever, it might cost us about $40. Okay, around that. That's about as steep as I'm going, unless it's something like unbelievable. I mean, you got to really blow my mind. But for me to rationalize $100 on like one movie, or $50 or $60 on a 4K, I'll go with the Blu-ray and knock off $20. And if I really have to, I'll go with the DVD and knock off $30. Depending on what the situation is. Now, if it's like a new movie that I watched in the movie theater, like I'll use for instance, Megan. Let's say Megan 2 or whatever. I had to buy every Megan 2 because I love the movie. I bought the 4K, I bought the Blu-ray, I bought the whatever. But if I had no choices, I'd be fine with the DVD. I'd be fine with it. It's owning it. It's being able to relive that moment, because if I think about it, when I watch, for instance, Megan 2, it will bring me back to that night where me and my wife went out to eat. And after we went out to eat, we had a really good night. We went to the movies, and we went to go see Megan 2. Hey, listen, it may not have been the best movie in the world, but to remember that moment, to just capture that moment back again, that's important. That's why we collect. That's why most of us collect our physical media, is we want to bring us back to a happier moment in our life. There's some movies that I bought that movies that I've gone to the movie theater, I've had straight out anxiety attacks. I don't buy those movies. I don't buy them because I don't want to remember that day. You know what I mean? But most of the time, the stuff I buy is good stuff that really makes me want to be young again. It makes me have that feeling, that feeling of nostalgia. It's important. It's important for all of us. Anyway, with that said, my friends, I appreciate each and every one of you. You guys are the absolute best, and I will see you later. You should have saved me some.